What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video, and my god, yesterday was just amazing. That's right, it's amazing content for detractors. Our boy Phil lost his temper, went on a 40-minute rant about detractors, and even called your boy Doody out. Oh my lord, our boy Phil's been having a rough time lately, worrying that the dent streak's gonna end soon, and by god it is. If yesterday was an example of how that dent streak's gonna end soon, don't worry, folks. The countdown is on, and I'm here loving it. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 25th of November, 2024. A good day of variety, that's for sure. But at the same time, a little bit of frustration, and had nothing to do with any kind of stuff that was in our control. But let's talk a little bit about that. Started off today with the Level 1 podcast, recapping how yesterday, last minute, we actually did hit the goal. That's right. Last night, as I had finished the Daily Wrap, someone had tipped a big tip and the goal continued. And so the funny part about that was people were so upset, and I say people, I mean my detractors, or Review Tech USA, who was literally live streaming my Daily Wrap last night as I did it live. They were so upset that basically they started all this crap bullshit on YouTube. Phil didn't spend time with his wife. Phil had to do extra time to beg. Phil. No, I hit the goal, stupid. I win, you lose. I went downstairs and spent tons of extra time with my wife. We had a great time last night. Everything went very well. But they don't like that. They don't like that narrative of me being popular, having, success. They hate that. They really, it upsets them. So, it went well last night.
All right, so I want to stop it there because that just sounds like a contradiction. So if you don't know what Phil is talking about here, the other day he talked about how he needed to adjust his schedule because he needed to spend more time with Soulmaid. And every so often this comes up, which leads me to believe that there's some issues at home. Team Divorce Coin, that's right, stock up on your Team Divorce Coin. And I have a feeling that they probably are seeing therapy. That's why Phil's asking for extra days off. And the therapist is probably telling Phil, hey, you need to spend more time with your wife, right? So in an attempt to do this, Phil, he did two things here. One, he tried to placate his wife and say, okay, honey, we're going to spend more time together. And how we do that is I'm going to cut back on the time or adjust my schedule on the night stream so I can give you an extra 15 minutes to spend time with. That's Phil's way of meeting Kat's emotional need, right? The second reason why he agreed to do it is because, hey, this is another way he can beg. And how so? Well, of course, he can guilt trip the dent and say, hey guys, I'm sorry, I need to adjust my schedule, but I'm so busy. I have so much to do, and I really want to be here with you guys, but my soulmate needs me. I need to take care of my creatures. I do. And, it's stressing me out, worrying, because I'm worried that if I have to leave early and adjust my schedule, the usual 2 or 3 dent whales that come out to support this stream aren't going to be here to support me. So I need you guys to tip me often, and tip me in large quantities. And soon, because the sooner I can do it, the sooner I can leave this wretched stream and go spend time with Soulmaid. So right there. Now, the funny thing is, of course, if you were watching any of the content, Phil, on 2 days, he did it the day before yesterday, where he spent 45 minutes overtime trying to guilt trip the dent into spending money on him and getting him to the dent streak. And as soon as he got that fake tip, which it was, he left. He bounced. He couldn't sit there anymore because he knew his wife was going to be pounding on the door, screaming at him, saying, where the fuck are you? I thought we were going to spend more time together, right? So when he noticed it just wasn't going to happen, he fake tipped himself and he left. He bounced. He's like, all right, I got to get out of here because my wife's going to be screaming at me, right? And then he's going to make us believe that he was able to spend another 45 minutes or an hour with his wife, even though he was in the office for an additional 45 minutes running late. Phil, how the hell did you create time? That's what I want to know. You told us the reason why you need to leave early is because Kat's exhausted and Kat has to go to bed at a certain time. So you need to have a hard stop of 12 o'clock or whatever time it is your time so that you can spend a good 30 or 45 minutes with Soulmaid. How did that happen if you were on stream for 45 additional minutes, right? So again, you're contradicting yourself, Phil. You make no fucking sense here. I think there is no... I don't think this has anything to do with spending time with Soulmaid at all. I just think he's getting tired and he just wants the dents to tip early and tip often as soon as they can so that he can leave whenever he wants, so that he can waste time gin tweeting and playing WWE champions. That's the reason behind this schedule change. And the reason why I say that is because yesterday on his first stream, he did it again. He didn't hit the tip goal, right? And he was online begging, and he stayed like an additional 30 minutes, right? Begging for his dent to throw cash his way. And again, he did the same thing last night. He went overtime because the dents didn't give him the cash. And on both streams, folks, the first stream and the second stream, he barely got to 150. I mean, this is him begging the fucking dents. And even him, he's gotten to a point now where he's getting frustrated because he knows the dent streak's going to end. There's no way he's hitting 276 consecutive streaks. There's no way it's going to happen. And I think he's finally come to that realization. So he might be of the mindset of, let's just get it over with. And then that way I can start a new streak and guilt trip the dents all over again, because I can say it's fresh and new. And of course, he'll move the goalpost somehow. Maybe he'll start including his Patreon, or the money Slayer gives him into the tip goal. And that way he can convince people that he hit $150. To convince people he's a successful individual, which of course we know he's not. It's just pathetic, Phil. You need to give it the fuck up. The dent streak's about to die. You know it. We know it. Just accept it and move on. If it weren't for you harping on the dent streak so much and trying to, get a W on the trolls, you'd be fine. No one would be sitting here mocking you, waiting for you to fail. Like, no one would care. It would just be regular content, and we'd move the fuck on. We laugh at you and move on. Nothing different. But you've turned this into a fucking spectacle, fake tipping yourself. You did it yesterday on the first stream. You went into overtime again and some fake anonymous tip, and I love how he said it. He said, oh, this person wants to be anonymous. And actually put that in the message. Sure, Phil. Sure, we believe you. Pathetic, brother. All right, let's keep going.
And then this morning on the podcast, we talked about that. But also, the big thing is this new setup, this new PC. All right? A new capture and streaming PC. Basically, a bunch of stuff arrived overnight. A new capture card, a hard drive, my new universal power supplies, which I have one on each side of the room, one for the gaming PC and PS4 Pro, or PS5 Pro, the one on this side for my current capture PC, the monitors and all the peripherals, and that's going to now be the one that I'm going to plug the new PC into. So, talked all about all that stuff arriving, and then basically started talking about this PC that I'm going to get, and then everyone freaks out, oh, that's not a good PC, or that's not what you need this. The funny part is everyone who tells me that's not what you should get, literally not a single person then said, here's something you could get that wasn't insanely expensive. Like, one person's like, oh, here's a better alternative that's $2,000 plus. The one I'm looking at is $1,500. They're suggesting something $500 more, plus tax, it's going to be like another, $700 more. I'm like, no, I have a budget. My budget is reasonable. It's like around $1,500. That's what I can spend. So, basically I got really frustrated to the point where I almost had a headache because so many people were talking in circles around, gee, what PC should I get? What should I do here? What should I do that? And I was like, man, I just want to play some Stalker 2. So I played Stalker 2 for around 3 hours. The good news is...
All right, I'm going to stop you here, folks. This is what happens, right, when you're too lazy and too stupid to live a life. Like, Phil, these are first world problems, Phil, really. You got like 18 PCs in your house. I don't know how many times I have to say this, Phil, but you can fucking stream, capture, record on the gaming rig you have now. You can. And if you want to do 4K, all you have to do is make some minor upgrades. Maybe add some RAM, maybe add a faster a faster SSD. That's all you need to do. Your CPU, everything you have in your rig right now, you can do everything you want to do. All you have to do is dedicate the GPU to streaming the game and have your CPU doing the encoding, the recording, and the streaming. It's not that fucking hard. But since you want to be fucking difficult and think you're fucking, Dr. Disrespect and need 2 PCs to stream, fine. Dude, all you need is a fucking PC that has a solid CPU, that has like an AMD 9 7000 or even 5000, a 5000 series CPU. You're going to need about 64 gigabytes of DDR memory, right? A good motherboard, and a good SSD. You can get that you can get it pre-built for under $1,000. You can get it built. You can buy the parts and get someone to build it for you for under like $800 or $900. You'll get a better PSU. You'll get a better motherboard. You could pick an SSD, a better SSD. You can get everything everything. You can get a better quality PC, Phil, for under $1,000 if you're just simply using it to capture and stream. The problem people are bitching at you is because the PCs you were looking at were just gaming PCs. You don't need an RTX 4070 graphics card if you're just going to record and stream on another PC. Your main focus should be your memory and your CPU and your power supply. That's it, Phil. That's all you need to worry about. You can get yourself like a 2080 Ti graphics card and you'll be fucking fine. You can get that for like $200. But this guy, he's so dumb, fails to do any research. And dude, have you never fucking heard of PC Part Picker, bro? You can go there and basically just tell them what you want. It's like a click. Like you can say, okay, I want to do streaming and recording. Give me a good setup. And it will find you the fucking parts. And the other thing too is you can plug in parts and it'll show you whether there's compatible or not. It's very fucking simple, Phil. You're fucking dunce, man. You're like dunce level. And of course, he's so lazy. I mean, he could just go into Best Buy or maybe go to a micro PC center, a micro center, one of those, computer based stores that just sell PCs, and talk to someone, and they'll get you what you need for really cheap value, bro. I know there's a micro center in your area. You can go to micro center, pick out your parts, have them build it for you, install the software, have it ready to go for under $1,000, Phil. But again, you're too lazy, you're too stupid. I mean, it's lazy, really. That's what it is. You refuse to learn anything. And I love when this guy talks about how he used to be a former PC, but this motherfucker never touched a PC in his life. He maybe probably installed some memory and a motherboard, and that's fucking it. But other than that, Phil's never cracked open a fucking PC in his life, let alone built one. God, it's like watching a monkey trying to fucking put together a carburetor, like an engine, like a fuel injector. That's what it looks like. Like trying to teach this fucking dunderhead what he should do. And of course he gets frustrated because he's too stupid to understand. Like, dude, you got plenty of people in your stream that understands PCs. Stop doing shit by committee. Because this is what it is. He wants to do things by committee, right? So that if it goes wrong, he can blame them and not take the blame for himself. That's the problem here, Phil. Dude, find one person that you think can help you and just work with that one person, man. You shouldn't need fucking 300 people to pick out a PC. Everyone's going to have different opinions. A lot of people don't know anything about PCs. So find someone that you kind of trust that sounds like they know what they're talking about, work with them, and pick a fucking PC out. Stop trying to get the opinions of 300 people. Because you have to remember, a good amount of those people are detractors and want to make sure that you pick the wrong fucking PC. It's not that hard, Phil. I don't know how the fuck you managed to live 42 years on this earth without accidentally, like, crippling or Minecrafting yourself. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you don't forget to breathe sometimes. Because you're that just numbingly dumb, Phil. Anyway, he keeps going on here. I really don't want to. I don't care to fucking want to watch it. Let's watch a little bit more of it. Let's see what else he has to say.
The game is running well on my PC. I'm not having any issues like graphical bugs or anything like that. There's a little bit of wonkiness here or there, but for the most part, the game performs well. My problem right now with Stalker 2 is that it's pretty boring because the story is like non-existent. It's like, go find this guy. Why? Because he owes everyone money. Okay, you found him, you get him to pay. Go find this guy. Why? He might have information about something. Okay, you go find him, he gives you the information. Go find this guy. Wait, is this the whole game? Is literally the entirety of Stalker 2 go find some guy who's not in town? Because that's been every mission I've done so far in the game. Seriously, what is going on here? So I'm about 4.5 hours into the game now, and I think that the gameplay elements are fine, although the game is very tough compared to, say, like a Fallout or a Metro. It's actually much harder than both of those games, in my opinion. It seems more like a survivalist style, and that's the whole idea, right? Your Stalker's a survivalist. And where sometimes you have insurmountable odds thrown against you, you're fighting a bunch of enemies, like 10 or more, and you have to take cover and pop out and shoot them a little bit and reload. And, you take massive damage from anything in the game. The monsters and the humans all hit you for tons of damage. So you gotta be very careful about how you fight and stuff like that. So it's definitely different than like a game like Fallout where you have VATS and consequences.
I don't care, Phil.
It can be more interesting if like, oh, I actually agree with you. I wish that the game had started with more intrigue as well, to fly over the Coliseum and all the problem with Flight Sim, it keeps crashing. Basically on Thanksgiving, where it'll be a 3-hour run this week. FYI, I'm done. I ordered everything. So now it's all coming. Within the next 1 to 2 days, I'll have a new PC to capture and stream. I'll have all the equipment and things I need for it to make it work. In fact, HDMI cables came tonight. Patience. You're actually telling me no, that my schedule said that tomorrow night was Street Fighter. And they're right. So I guess tomorrow night we're going to do Street Fighter 6, and I'm going to play with E-Honda, because that's what I have on the schedule, so I'll stick to it. No reason to change it now. So E-Honda and Street Fighter tomorrow.
Alright, I was hoping for something interesting, but of course, nothing interesting here. Anyway, folks, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.